we are actually live.
Oh, we're live right now.
We are live
Hi,
right
everyone.
now. So I don't know if Josh or Nicole has told you much about what we do.
Yeah, well, I was on the stream
Really?
with Wordsy during Dallas Game Marathon.
It was a lot of fun. I actually think you would really like this game. Yeah?
Awesome.
It's a
Yeah,
very
yeah.
intelligent based game. Did you just call me smart?
I think you like to try.
I'm gonna go cry now. Yeah, so I don't know if, I mean, you and I have run into the elevator a couple of times,
Yeah,
but
yep.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure to really
Okay.
meet and talk
We're
and
gonna
say
do the
hello.
official fist bump now. Bam.
Now we're best friends, guys.
Yes, that's right.
That
so
works.
you're Ann?
I'm Ann.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're Gil.
I'm Gil. Hello, everyone.
Thank you for being somebody else with a 3-letter name.
I try.
Appreciate it.
No worries.
So tell me a little bit about Formal Ferret.
So Formal Ferret is my company, my publishing company, where and that's where I release all my games now as a game designer.
Okay.
I released Bad Medicine last year. That's a party game where the players are all pharmaceutical companies coming up with horrible drugs. I hope to reprint that next year.
Okay.
I have the networks, which came out this year. The players are all TV network executives, starting the game with a little bit of cash and 3 terrible TV shows, trying to get the most viewers.
Okay.
And this one's almost sold out of its first print run, and there's another print run coming in February. Thank you. This has been a very popular game.
Very
so
cool.
I'm very excited. And then I've got Wordsy, which you folks at the Twitch stream probably saw the other night. We played it all together, here's that's the box. Here we go. And Wordsy is a word game where you don't need all the letters in your word to be on the board in order to use the word. This is the cover is going to look a little different than this, but this is sort of the general approach we're doing.
Very cool.
There's going to be, sorry?
Well, continue.
Oh yeah, so there's going to be letters on the board. You got these little cards over here. And there's going to be 8 letters total in 2 rows, 4 columns. And you're trying to come up with the best word, but you don't need all the letters in your word to be on the board to score the word. So, like, let's say you want to use the word hypothesize, but there's no T on the board. That's fine. You just use the word and you don't score the T.
Oh, okay.
So it's a much more open game than most word games. And I think that's what people are really enjoying about it right now.
Very cool. So what got you into board games originally?
Oh, I wanted to design video games as a kid. Like, I was really into video games. So in my early 20s, I figured, well, if I'm going to make video games, I should learn about board games because that's a more pure form of design. And of course, I started playing board games and I realized I like board games better than video games. And so I haven't played video games I played some video games, but not a lot. I really focus on board games.
Gaming.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite project that you've worked on overall ever?
I don't have a favorite.
No?
You're asking someone to pick their favorite kid.
I know.
I'm not going to do that.
She has a favorite kid. She told me.
You know what my favorite project is? The next one.
That works?
That's what my favorite, whatever
that answer.
the next project is, because that always gets me really excited. Like the open road, like I get to try something new.
What's been your favorite experience as a game designer?
Oh my gosh.
Or just maybe not your favorite, but a highlight.
I've had a few. I mean, I think just boiling it down as a designer.
Sorry. I just wanted to tell you that Mr. Frightful says I've been playing Wordsy.CON on Twitter.
Yay! Thank you. Thanks so much.
So I don't know if the mic picked it up, but Mr. Frightful was saying how he played Wordsy.CON on Twitter. He's very excited.
Awesome, thank you. My favorite moments, especially from this show, so as a new game designer, you get used to twisting people's arms to play your games, and there comes a point where you hit enough success that you see people playing your game without you asking them to. And it's really strange, but that's so far it's been one of my favorite feelings, is seeing people play my games without me trying to bribe them or anything, which I was so used to doing as a new game designer, but now I'm actually able to make a game that's better than I used to. I mean, my early games were just dreadful, but now I can actually make a good game, and it's just so heartening to see demand for my games. I'm really happy to see
as a designer, you're really putting your heart into, especially being a gamer and a designer.
Yes, absolutely.
You're kind of putting your heart into these games, so to see people pick them up must feel
no
really
question,
great.
no question.
What's been your favorite experience here at BGG.CON?
I've had a lot of them. I mean, I've met so many people. Like every year I get to meet someone that I hadn't met before, you know? I mean, this year I finally got to meet Rodney Smith from Watch It Played. I got to meet Mason Weaver on the What Did You Play This Week podcast. There's a ton of other people I've met for the first time also, but also seeing friends, because at this point it's just about like a social convention and just socializing with people, hanging out with people that I see every year, but I get to see them again, I'm to this side of the booth, I've got Ryan Lockett and Tim Fowers, and I've known them for a few years. That is a ridiculous amount of talent in that booth. Over in that booth, I have WizKids. Their board game division is now run by Zev Schlesinger, who published my first game, Prolix.
Really?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
When he was Z-Man Games, before he was bought by Philosophia. So yeah, and then right across the way we've got Portal Games. Unfortunately, Ignacy was not able to make it, but he sent some of his team from Poland there, so I got to meet them. It was great to meet them. They're really funny guys. We've got Ad Magic Print and Play over there. We've got Chris Gould's company, that I can never pronounce their name, but you know the story behind that name, right?
No.
So they're called.
I only see part of it.
Watzel Poag is what they're called. And I thought it was this weird Welsh word or something. It turns out it's an acronym.
What?
It's an acronym.
For what?
It stands for With All This Talent, Let's Put Out a Game. With all this talent sitting around, let's put out a game.
That's so cool.
That's what it stands for,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so, definitely, he's been in the business a while. You should talk to him. He's a very, very good guy. And then we've got a newcomer over there. We got Black Locust.
The booth is very nice.
The booth is gorgeous, and their games are gorgeous. And I'm happy to see that they're selling. They have much fewer games there than they did before. They just came out with a cooperative game called The Opulent that's about running a speakeasy in the 20s. It's asymmetric. Everybody's got different roles. So they're people you should talk to also.
This is absolutely, can I tell you that my favorite experience are moments like this? I've gotten a really great opportunity to interview a lot of people here. And I'll ask people, what's been your favorite experience? What have you really enjoyed? What have you? And each and every time, without fail, somebody tells me about everybody else at the booth.
Yeah.
This industry is so awesome,
Yeah.
so welcoming, so open. Everybody's here really to encourage everybody else and just build a really great community.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, honestly.
A rising tide floats all boats,
Yeah.
and that's what we're trying to do over here.
It's been absolutely great. Bless you.
Thank you.
Is there anything else, Gil, that you really want to make sure that our viewers know?
Yeah, well, we mentioned very briefly WordsyBot, but my word game Wordsy, you can actually play on Twitter if you go to @WordsyBot. There are times when it's less visible than other times, just because sometimes Twitter thinks it's a spammer, but I'm trying to sort of work around that. Nevertheless, it's a lot of fun. It tweets out a board every 30 minutes, and you can reply with a word, and it'll tell you how much the word scored.
I have to tell you that with doing these live interviews, I've messed up a couple of words. So when the question came in and they said they were playing WordsyBot on Twitter, and I repeated it, I stopped, and I was like,
You immediately get 3.
did he really just say Twitter? Like, did I say the wrong thing?
No, it's a Twitter bot that I wrote that plays the game, which is really cool. Yeah, it's very, very cool. So that's one thing I want to mention, and you can always find me on Twitter @GilHova.
If anybody wants to pick up any of your games, oh, absolutely. Where can they go to get the games?
Well, right now, the Networks is between print runs, but in February it should be in your local, friendly local or online game store.
Okay.
Wordsy is currently on Kickstarter right now, $19 with free shipping in the US and discounted shipping elsewhere. So you can go to Kickstarter or go to wordsygame.com and look for that.
Awesome. Do you want to take a picture with me?
Oh, I'd love to, yes,
I'm
please.
a girl, so we need like 4. Right?
Okay, well, that's fine. You can take as many as you'd like. You're not going to hold the camera sideways, Nicole?
She's got to get this one first.
I'm alligator arming it. Alright, I got it. Thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you for your time, Gil. I really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
By the way,